Let's see if this thing actually works. Um, don't know if it will, but you know. Sorry for giving me a moment. Trying to see if my audio is working properly. My luck, it isn't. Half the time it doesn't. One moment, please. All right. I kind of wish I knew what I want to do here. I'm getting this live set up. Um, yeah. Um, let's see. Well, see if typing anything in even works. I know it's an odd thing to say, but first stream on here, I'm kind of used to Twitch, so. All right. There's a little bit of latency, but nothing I can handle. If anybody's there, please tell me if my fan is getting too loud or anything. Sorry. I guess we'll start off with something simple. Yeah, something simple. All right. Sorry, my chat on my end died, and I'm trying to get that to kick back in. Please forgive me on that. First stream, first problems. Um, I guess we can go over some movies from the Munsters. Some news on Munsters reboot. Um, We can go with, oh, this was something from 12 hours ago, which may come in handy. Let's see what pops up. Alright. No, it's Collider, but it'll have to do. Yeah, Monsters Lester, the werewolf has a let's see. No, it's not a full moon, but even so, Lester the werewolf has revealed himself head of the upcoming Rob Zombie big screen revival of Monsters. News revealed by none other than Zombie himself via an announcement made on Instagram. Which, sorry, don't have Instagram. Let's see. As Zombie said himself, Lester will be played by Thomas Boykin. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I am so sorry. News of Boykin's casting was officially announced. Originally announced by Slash Film. Boykin previously played in the 2019 Rob Zombie film Free from Hell. Boykin's cast is the latest in a slew of new casting news coming out of Zombie's hotly anticipated production of America's favorite gothy, campy families. Sandra Peterson, who is perhaps best known for her cheeky and chesty character Elvira, was recently cast in more powder pink role than a more powder pink role as Barbara Carr. I wonder if I'll have any pictures of where she was cast for that. Just out of curiosity. Crud. Alright. Well, I guess can't do that. Let's see if I can get another one that may have better images. Or at least where I could cycle through. Alright. No. It's shaping up. If I remember correctly, Lester was the one that had a lot of failed business plans. Maybe they'll have it on here. Alright. Lester was played. The character of Lester Dracula was played by Erwin Caron in the original Monsters TV series, an entrepreneurial wolfman with a history of bad investments. No, that all right, so I remember at least a little bit correctly. And see if I can. Sorry, I'm kind of just flying by wire here. If anybody does show up and there's something they want me to look up, I could definitely do that. It's Dee Wallace. Wasn't that the mom in E.T.? Dee Wallace. Oh, she was also in The Howling and Cujo. Yeah, she had to be the mom in it. I guess a morning show. Yeah. Alright. Some of her collective work. Dee is a zombie regular appearing in Halloween, The Haunted World of El Super Beasto, Lords of Salem, and most recently Free from Hell. I know it's kind of a shame to say, but I haven't. The only one of those I've actually sat down to watch was where Rob Zombie did Halloween. I'm sorry. Sometimes his stuff, I'm not saying he's not a good director. He's a great director and writer. It's just, for the most part, what I watch is more suspense than gore. So I have no problem with gore. I like a lot of suspense. Let's switch back to this so I can make some adjustments and see if I can find. Let's see if I can pull up the reboot cast. If I remember correctly, Sylvester McCoy's been cast in this as well, and more people probably know him for Doctor Who, or more recently, anybody too young for it remembers him for The Hobbit. But let's see. So this kicks back up. It works. Alright, you got they're saying it's untitled. Some photos from it. That can't hurt. No, probably will. I'll probably get struck or something by IMDb or one of these other websites. That's because I'm on there and showing some of the pictures. That's my luck. As, you know. I mean, I definitely like the feel of what they're going with. You know, I'm hoping that, and I know this is probably just something that if they do it, it'll probably be on like a Blu-ray set or something. I'm hoping they do an all black and white version of this, because whenever I watched Monsters when I was younger, I watched the movies that came after it and stuff, but it was always in black and white, and there's something about things in black and white. I like old black and white films, and you know, the amount of detail and stuff he's going in, the zombies going in on this, he actually seems to care. That's what makes me happy in this. He's an actual fan. Now, I mean, I saw a thing on where he did years ago on, I think it was like Cribs on MTV, where they were going through his house, and he had this massive collection of Monsters memorabilia, Addams Family memorabilia, you name it, and I'm hoping he stays true to it. And it looks like he will. He's wanting to keep it funny. You know, he's wanting to keep it campy and funny to an extent. And, let's have Sylvester McCoy as Igor, or however they want to pronounce it in this one. I'm sorry, I keep going off of Young Frankenstein on the pronunciation. The whole line of I thought it was Igor. You heard wrong. Man, I miss Marty Feldman. Let's see, we can go over some of the cast. Like, let's see. Let's see. I really don't know much about him. Let's see. Unfortunately, never watched Becker. Or Lost, and I am out of touch with things. Or the remake of Hawaii Pilot. I did watch Alcatraz. All right. So I guess that counts. Let's see. American actor, comedian, first came to potential with his performance as Hector Lopez in television show Becker. All right. Well, let's see. That's fair. We can go over some of the cast while Yeah, I know I'm killing time until somebody has a suggestion for something to look up. Huh. Oh, we can look up some filmography for it. Two that are not, one's complete, one's announced. Yep, that MacGyver remake. Leaving that alone. Sorry, I'm a purist on MacGyver. Let's see. Nobody knows up here. Hello, running out of time. Tim and Eric's bedtime stories. Don't know what that is. Maybe I can look that up sometime. I know I'm probably going to be shot for this, but I've never really sat down and watched How I Met Your Mother. No. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wow, there's something classy. Tales from the Crapper. Sorry, out of curiosity, I'm going to click that one. I'm sorry. What in the world? All right, I may have to find that one. I'm always up for a spoof off of Tales from the Crypt. Let's see. Let's go with Dee Wallace. I mean, let's see. This attractive, happy-go-lucky blonde actress educated at the University of Kansas and a former ballet soloist first broke into both TV and cinema screens in the mid-70s, and through her appearances in several well-remembered horror and sci-fi films, Dee quickly gained a cult following among fancy fans. 4D always seemed to be on the wrong side of some malevolent person or evil creature. She was pursued by a clan of cannibal killers in the Hills Have Eyes, terrorized by a pack of werewolves in the suburb of Howling. Got a break from the horror as a sympathetic mom in E.T. Nearly ends up lunch for a rabid St. Bernard and Cujo. So let's see if I can go back to the list of movies and shows she's been in. Oh, I forgot she was in Critters. Probably best to forget Critters. Let's see. Good heavens. See a whole bunch of stuff in pre-production and post-production. Wow. Good Lord. NCIS. Shamefully never sat down and watched that either. No. I do remember her in Warehouse 13. She has been all over the place. I mean, Yeah. But oh, I didn't know she was attached to that. I'm sorry. The new Lassie. Um, um, Twilight Zone series that was going on in '85. Yeah, she was all over the place, and so it's quite the extensive career. Uh, yeah, different people I'm going through. Like I said, I hate to say it, I'm kind of killing time trying to figure. But the whole time I'm doing this, I'm trying to. One, I'm hoping a person gets on that will actually tell me what they'd like to watch. Not watch, but like a news article or a game they want me to look up, or a movie they want me to look up, or a TV show. Yeah. You know what? Let's go over Sylvester McCoy. Sylvester McCoy needs more love than being constantly have people remind him that he was in The Hobbit, which actually wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but I enjoyed The Hobbit. Excuse me. I mean, and he has a very distinct voice, so I'm hoping this works out well. And you got countless things attached to Doctor Who, both on screen and radio productions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's another one that's been out there that. Oh wow! I forgot he was in that. I forgot he was in not Dracula, the '79 one. But I guess we can go a little bit over his synopsis here. Sylvester McCoy was born Percy James Patrick Kent Smith on 20th August 1943, the only child of Molly Sheridan and Percy James Kent Smith, a couple living in Dunoon, Scotland. I hope I pronounced that right, by the way. His mother was Irish. Percy James Kent Smith was killed in the Second World War a couple of months before his son was born. He was brought up by his mother, his grandmother. Let's see if I can get it to. Mother, his grandmother, his Mary Sheridan, his aunts. He attended St. Mun's Primary School in Dunoon. The headmistress, Rosie O'Grady, was keen that her young charges obtain decent jobs upon leaving the school, and so organized regular talks from people in all manner of professions. McCoy expressed an interest in every job, and as a result eventually found himself given an afternoon off school to go see a local priest about entering the priesthood. He left school, joined Blair's College, a Catholic seminary in Aberdeen, and between the ages of 12 and 16 trained to be a priest at Blair's College. He realized that there was more to life to be found in Dunoon, and discovered classical music. and history, which fascinated him. He eventually decided to become a monk and applied to join a Dominican order, but his application was rejected as he was too young. He returned to school and soon discovered the delights of the that'll turn your brain around. Soon discovered the delights of the opposite sex in the form of fellow students. He determined he didn't want to be a priest or a monk after all. Yeah, that'll happen. But, oh, I forgot. Wow, he starred in that Zorro the musical. Oof. Uh, McCoy technically became the longest serving doctor after reprising his role in '96. His term as a doctor stretched from 1987 until 1996, a total of 8.5 years. However, the series was not produced as an ongoing series from the end of Doctor Who in 1963. In 1989, until the American co-production Doctor Who the movie in '96, in which McCoy handed over to Paul McGann. Tom Baker is still the longest continuously serving Doctor on screen at 7 years. And so, yeah, he's got a long history and a good one. Let's see about, I guess instead of, we could go over more of those, but how about we see if there's something out there that might be a little bit more intriguing. I suppose we could go over some of the more fun things of responses of the news of the day with the news of the past few days with Musk buying Twitter, but that's up to y'all if y'all want to see something like that. Let's see. Well, here's one. I think I have one that we can go over. If a certain person shows up, and hope he does show up soon. That way I can give him his ranch. You know what? Let's see. You know what? While we're waiting on him, while I'm waiting on him, I don't know about anybody else it is. Well, I guess we can go into a different article. Just keep back over. Well, we got an article on Bounding into Comics. Brian Pearson wrote it. This was yesterday, but I guess I'll do it. It's video game news. Frogwares definitely in postpones Xbox One version of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 due to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Yeah, let's see if we can get down to their statement on it. Says, alright, let's start up here. Due to circumstances way outside of our control, the Xbox One version of Chapter 1 has been postponed indefinitely. Let us explain why Frogwares pleaded. You should have just put down pled. I'm sorry, I hate pleaded. Sorry, it's one of those weird words. From September of last year right until February 2022, we worked hard on optimizing our game for PC and both older and current generation consoles. During that time, we discovered that the scope of the work was bigger than assessed. So last year, we made a decision to release the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions first, and work on optimizing the old generation versions. Frogwares rationalized after the validation of Chapter 1 on the current gen in October. We kept on working on optimizing the PS4 and Xbox One versions. We tried to squeeze out as much from our old gen, out from the old gens as possible. A lot of invisible work was done, but also as visible as changes to the map of the city on PS4 and Xbox One versions so that the game could run smoother. We cut certain alleyways, shortcuts, etc., and as we were getting closer and closer to finalizing those versions, war happened. To say that war made an impact on us is probably the understatement of the decade. The Ukraine and Ireland-based developer quipped, keeping our personal and mental situation out of this, the war impacted us from a production point of view heavily. From where we stand now with the resources and manpower that we have, we can release the PS4 version of Chapter 1 on April 28th. However, we have to postpone the Xbox One version indefinitely. To say we're not happy about this is putting it subtly. Frogwares continue. We want to see our games on as many platforms as possible. We see that there are a lot of you waiting for the Xbox One version. We're also disappointed because we've invested time and money in this version, which is put on hold indefinitely. It's also money lost from potential future income, which is important for an independent studio like us, Frogware. Yeah, I can see the hit on that. If you've pre-ordered the Xbox One version of the game, what now? Xbox is informed that you can cancel your order and get a full refund. We know it's not the outcome you wanted, but we hope that at least this sheds some light on what happened. Once again, thank you all for your patience, and thank you all for your kind words and support. Frogwares concluded. The fact that many of you even offered us a place to stay in your homes is beyond wow. And as always, any comments or questions, post away. We will try to answer them as fast and as many of them as we can. Life is a bit strange at the moment. I understand where they're coming. I understand why they haven't done it. Sure, nobody's really ticked off at them. They did what they had to do, and they stayed straightforward about it. And if it was like CD Projekt Red or Naughty Dog, they'd say, "Nah, you can't cancel your pre-order because eventually we'll release it." Sorry, I have a grudge against them. They release games that aren't completed, and this is what we get. Looking at Cyberpunk 2077, and we're not getting into the Last of Us debacle. I mean, having produced Sherlock Holmes games since 2002, Frogware's Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is set during great detective's youth, returning to his former family home in the Mediterranean. Holmes begins to suspect his mother's death had something more behind it. I could, if you wanted me to, I could look up some information on the game itself if anybody's interested in that. I mean, I like the Sherlock Holmes games. The fact that they don't let you stream it half the time. It's kind of aggravating, but, that's their choice. Alright. Let's see. I don't think anybody wants to do that. Bloody commercials that won't go away. If you'll please excuse me for a moment, I have to refill my tea. My throat's getting a little dry. I need some hot tea anyway, so throat's a little raw. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's see. As we look up other weird news. Okay. Okay. Let's switch back to this, and since I'm flying by wire here, and just see what we got here. All right, you have Amazon execs say Matt Walsh's best-selling children's book is traumatic for trans employees and customers. At one point, you are selling a manual on how to teach kids to bully other kids to self-deletion, this woman yelled. It's Amazon company. And a customer is teaching kids to kill, to bully transgenders. Yeah, to really, these people really need to be more concise when we're talking. Yeah, into committing suicide. I said the word. Man. We'll go for alphabet. Especially transgenders. The story is about a kid who likes to pretend he's different things. Explain to me how Johnny the Walrus. This is a video by Hannah Nightingale. I'm not a video, but an article by Hannah Nightingale. And recently revealed session held by Amazon's leadership team members are her plotting on how to take down Matt Walsh's children's book, Johnny the Walrus, saying that the picture book is problematic and traumatic. Before playing a complaint from a customer, one team member said it's been a very traumatic experience for transgender Amazonians and our transgender customers. We don't want to come out of this is slamming the book's team with a bunch of tickets. They're already aware of this. There are things in this space that are happening. That's an actual statement. I weep for the English language. But Johnny the Walrus is a bit of a problematic book. Not a bit. It is not a bit of a problem. It is one hell of a problem, he stressed. The team member continued on to play a complaint from a female customer who claimed that the children's novel is pushing kids to bully transgender children into self-deletion. I just checked your website and the book is still on there. I hate to tell you, but it says that the book that it is shipped and sold from you is by Matt Walsh, the woman. Give me a moment. Just one moment. I'm going to look up Matt Walsh. I have no idea who this is, but apparently somebody has aggravated the right people. I don't know. I don't understand. Really? Is this the same one? Because there's sorry. Huh. Yeah. All right, that definitely not. It's like there's like three separate ones that pop up as soon as you type in the name. I'm sorry. Really? Oh no, he holds a different point of view. Must burn at the stake. All right, let's go over this. And I hate the source that I'm having to use here because, well, I'd have to go through 30 pages of the other one just to get to this guy, and 90% of it is all going to be basically referencing anything on here. Let's see, Matt Walsh, born in 1986, as American conservative political commentator. He hosts the Matt Walsh Show podcast on Daily Wire. Yeah, the other one's an actor that was in a few movies that. Nothing against movies. I'm just saying, as an actor, that was in a few movies that I don't know. If it wasn't for the right guy, that I finally found the right person as his author. Walsh began his career as an AM talk radio host in Delaware, then moved to Lexington, Kentucky, with News Radio 630 WLAP beginning June 11, 2012. He worked for the Blaze TV starting in October 2014. He was also a contributor to HuffPost. He began writing for the Daily Wire October 2017. Additionally, he has appeared on Tucker Carlson Tonight, The Ingram Angle, Fox and Friends, and Dr. Phil. Walsh has written 3 books: The Unholy Trinity, Blocking the Left's Assault on Life, Marriage, and Gender. In 2017, we got Church of Charge, Wake Up Call to Place of Christians in 2020, and Johnny the Walrus. Johnny the Walrus, a best-selling children's book in humor and alphabet categories, attracted controversy ahead of its publication for allegorically. No, I'm not even going to give the credit to. There are way too many things that on Wikipedia they even admit they throw their own slant. So I'm going to kind of leave a lot of it alone, but we're just going to say it was a book. People didn't like it. That's fine. You don't have to like it. Views and controversy. Yeah. So basically, They are losing it because he doesn't think the same as them. Oh boy, you know. And I guarantee you, most of them have not read the thing. And just because they saw his name, recognized him from somewhere, they're willing to go and throw any accusation out there possible. Both sides do it. Just one side is getting a little bit more angry about it. You're selling a manual on how to teach kids. No. Book needs to be stripped from the website. Okay, then we pull all the books that go into the category that you agree with. If you want to strip one, strip all. Don't get the same. If you call that a negative book, then we don't get the ones you consider a positive. Fair's fair. He's bragging that he has his #1 book. You are still going to continue to sell it. And now he's bragging and that he's glad it's going to make the alphabet. No. Where that is horse crap there. I'm pretty sure they have a link to his comments on Twitter or wherever they want to put it. Yeah, this is. Oh no, he has a. I'm sorry. These are the same people that got upset over. That will get upset over any little. Let's put it this way. They have gotten so petty at this point. Let's see if I can find it again. The person that was giving the complaint, which I would probably say that considering the person in Amazon that's complaining and they left the lady as anonymous on there, I'm pretty sure because anybody can write a review or comment on it, pretty sure they had it. But the type of person from that is the same one that gets upset over a movie that was made in 2002 because Spider-Man tells Bonesaw the simple line of, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband get it for you?" Oh no, the world's coming to an end. Somebody made a joke. It was a throwaway joke, but oh no, how horrible. Yeah. Good Lord. These are the same ones that are right now screaming because Elon Musk has purchased Twitter. Oh boy. Well, he's basically purchased Twitter. It's still got a few months before. It's still got some months before that's done. But they're acting like it's the end of the world. Oh. Well, here's something to get into. John F. Trent wrote this one. Cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi showrunner Deborah Chow instantly contradicts herself after claiming she will respect George Lucas's vision. Does anybody honestly believe that after everything Disney's done? Greetings, old man. No, I'm just gonna give me 1 second. I'm going to switch back to my other screen and see how to give you a wrench. So, sorry. No. How do I? Yeah, I am. Well, if you want to go into that, we can do that. I'm kind of curious on it. We can skip the Kenobi thing for the moment. If you want me to go into it, I can go over the Musk stuff. I mean, there's a few things out there. Alright, there's a lot of things out there. I mean, I don't even use Twitter, so this is just, you know, it doesn't really affect me, but it's funny nonetheless. But we can go over some of this. Thank you. Oh, and hey, my little chat bubble works. Hot dog. Right now I'm just sitting here waiting for anybody to have any suggestions what to look up. So I'm just shooting the breeze and filling time and hoping my audio's coming in okay. How's that going while I set things up? Let me pop that down. Oh, and also have an article on, if you want me to go over it at some point, on stuff for season 2 of Wheel of Time. So. Alrighty, well, that's what I'm getting to. Well, I guess before we get into the full meltdown things, we can go into some of the news on it. Because, holy Lord, the meltdown has been beautiful. Well, although I'm not particularly fond of the source, you know what, I'll see if I can find a better source. Yeah, they're talking about steep drop in Tesla stocks. I wouldn't put too much into that one whenever I get. Oh, most people are just. Well, this is 13 hours ago. I have multiple I'll go through, so I have multiple articles to go through.
Saying something
oh, good Lord.
Really interesting here. Heads up, Larry, you're on.
Be gone,
why
evil.
is Musk's control of Twitter a
Be gone. Pop-up things. Okay. This was 13 hours ago. Count 3. 1, 2, 5. No, 3, my lord. 3. I need thine holy hand grenade to get rid of thine foe. Alright, yeah. Okay, her voice have poorly struggled with the news that the company is. Exactly. But that wasn't an ad. That's the problem. The ads are gone. It was an autoplay video that, whether I wanted it or not, that popped up. On the verge of being too shocked to speak over the billionaire's plans to promote freedom of speech. Several employees expressed serious concerns and fear over Musk's $44 billion acquisition of the company, including a prominent worry that Musk would undo censorship mechanisms they had worked to implement over the years. The Washington Post reported Monday. So the one owned by Bezos is complaining. Yay! In reaction to the news of the sale, some employees shared tear-filled emojis and memes of emotional breakdowns. In some cases, employees were too in shock to speak of the company's future. Twitter held an employee town hall on Monday where management reportedly struggled to adequately answer questions about the company's view on free speech going forward, future layoffs. There better be a lot. It's the enemy within right now for Elon. And whether Twitter will earn revenue from advertising. Well, considering he's already basically said, well, instead of blocking people that want to advertise, he'll let them advertise so it makes money. I mean, they make about $5 million a year in advertising. That's it. Twitter is not solvent. It was dying. If anything, they should be thankful that he just threw a whole bunch of money into it. Totally understand that this is entertainment for some, one Twitter employee tweeted, but please understand that this is certainly not entertainment for me. Don't care. The news today is so crazy. I literally forgot I have the TOOF posted, another posted. The post added that not every employee it spoke to reacted negatively to the news, including one who expressed cautious optimism that Musk would not purchase the company to sink it. Well, considering that he's already flat out said he doesn't care if he makes money or not on this. It's not about money, it's principle. New York Times reporter Talman Joseph Smith tweeted that the mood inside Twitter HQ is absolutely insane, with an internal source telling him, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I really don't want to work for a company that is owned by Elon Musk. Okay, you got 6 months to get another job. Musk's acquisition of Twitter sparked a firestorm this week, with conservatives on social media praising the move in hopes that Musk would curb Twitter's censorship, and liberals threatening to leave the platform while fretting about the possibility of former President Donald Trump being reinstated. Wow, a big orange boogeyman's going to come get you. Yay, boogie boogie. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, Musk said in a press conference, confirming the deal. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it. Okay, now let me switch back to my other screen. Now, the thing is, I just realized I don't have the chat bubble that pops up on, that pops up whenever I'm doing my reading, whenever I had the screen share. I'll fix that later. There was something that happened here recently that a lot of people don't remember, and that is that a few months ago, they successfully sent a tweet from the Mars rover to here, to go to NASA, to speak to the people at NASA. The reason that is important is the system onto which that Twitter works is almost perfect setup for communication for such a long distance. The limited number of characters and stuff like that in each of the tweets is perfect for, getting the, communicating with each other over such a great distance. So he's not just looking at it in the short term. He's looking at, considering he does want to send things to Mars and people, he's looking at the long term. Let's see. Let's make sure that no evil thing pops up to play on this one. Be gone! Sorry. Had to take care of that problem. Alright. I got this one. I have no idea who this is. Jamila. Whatever. Whiny person on Twitter. Issues last tweet after Elon Musk purchases Twitter. Best of luck. He got Twitter. I would like this to be my what? I would like this to be my what lies here as my last tweet. Just really any excuse to show pics of Beryl. I fear this free speech bid is going to help this hell platform reach its final form of total lawless hate, bigotry, and misogyny. Best of luck. Oh goodness. Somebody can speak anything and that terrifies you. Let's see. Apparently this is some sort of actress. In a separate tweet, one good thing about Elon buying Twitter is that I will finally leave and stop being a complete menace to society on here. So it's win-win for you all, really. Right. Actress Simu Liu took to Twitter following the news and wrote there was there nothing better to do with $44 billion. Not really. Unlike Mill and Liu, there were other stars rejoicing in Musk's takeover. Ice Cube tweeted Monday, "Free at last. Elon Musk, take off my shadow ban, homie." Okay, see? Yeah. Hey, let's see if I'll switch back to this one. Don't want people's opinions. Don't. That's the thing. At no point has he said that he wants them to get rid of the block feature or anything like that. It's just do whatever. And apparently this person, even though I didn't use Twitter, this person doesn't remember when Twitter started. It was the Wild West. Where do you think they get these tweets from years ago that they try to crucify people now with? Oh yeah, back whenever it was an unfiltered hellscape, as they would see it. And to some extent, I can understand. I just don't want to see that type of mentality, but it's just man, people are petty as hell. You. I'm not believing. Here we go. Here's one. We're going to go over some actual tweets. Even though I don't have Twitter, so please excuse the little bar below. I don't care to get on Twitter. I mean, if somebody can give me a convincing argument as to why I should, I may consider it, but it would have to be a seriously convincing. Have Elon put out on the So put out yesterday, hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means. How does somebody respond to this? How do you prevent hate speech? Here's a simple thing. Speech is speech. No one yet has been able to prove to me that hate speech is a thing. You can be a douche. You can be a horrible person. You can say all sorts of horrible things, but I'm sorry, there are no limits to what you can flap out there. I mean, are there? There's no technical limits. There's limits as far as what people will take from you. Most of them just tell you to bugger off or whatever. But that's when you draw it out into the light and you ridicule it and you point out how wrong it is. You defeat it in an open form instead of driving it into the shadows and allowing it to grow in darkness. There you go. Whiny little turd. Somebody actually gave you a reasonable response there. And you don't overuse the term hate speech. Not everything folks disagree with is hate speech. That is true, but some is, and very dangerous hate speech. Individuals and groups suffer and die because of it. Or an entire society suffers. A lie, when said enough times, becomes true. Yeah, like hate speech. The ultimate lie. Alright, let's see. You got this one said, I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you for striving to improve humanity. This person responds with, improve humanity? If he wanted to do that, there's millions of other things he could have done. Twitter is an investment for him. It's ridiculous to think of him as a champion for free speech. He made an investment. He bought a company for him, not because he cares about you. Oh, no, it's a side effect. That's all it is, a side effect. Let's see. The extreme antibody reaction from those who fear free speech says it all. Alright, by free speech, I simply mean that which matches the law. I am against censorship that goes far beyond the law. If people want less free speech, they will ask government to pass laws to that effect. Therefore, going beyond the law is contrary to the will of the people. Okay. This one. Is hate speech considered free speech in your world? This one. Imagine being so mad that an African American dude just wants to let people speak their mind. Okay. Wow. I don't. Okay. So let's. Well, never mind. This person actually took care of it. He was born in Africa and then became a U.S. citizen. That literally equals African American. No kidding. You literally hurt my brain with that, Big Seth. Big Wiz. You hurt my brain with your statement there of are both parents from South Africa or any from South Africa. A white family can live. It's something hard to spell, live in Africa and give birth there to raise their kids. But doesn't mean they're. How does it not? They are literally from fucking Africa. Sorry, stream. Oh, here we go. I wonder what this joyless turd is. Free speech is a great thing, but don't confuse hate speech with free speech. Let's see, what do we get? Wow, congratulations. Go, wait, go. Sorry, technical difficulty, getting the little bubble thing to go away. Alright, donut operator. There we go. Alright, I like that one. God bless you, donut operator. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Oh, there's one that kind of sums up these people. That hits the nail on the head right there. God, just some of the stuff that they brought. Yep. Let's see. As a youth football coaching legend, what? I do not allow free speech on my team. I once let the air out of a player's grandma's tires because she asked me to stop screaming profanity at the players. The Constitution stops where my field begins. You have issues, dude. Good Lord. Seriously. You know, I love sports and all, but yikes, how on earth did you get so many followers? My faith in humanity has been annihilated. I wonder what the replies look like on this one. I had so many followers from winning so many championship rings that I literally struggled to turn door handles. You can't get there without a winning mindset. As I just said, I once made a player skip a funeral because it conflicted with practice. It's called dedication. Good Lord! What the? Tell me again why I should get on this platform. Please? Player skip funeral because conflicted with practice. It's called dedication. No, that's called a complete and utter lack of decency and empathy. You're a shining example of how to be I agree. Good Lord. Have you ever once been river tubing in Helena, Georgia? You need to reevaluate your life. Alright, Coach beats you in every single way imaginable. A member of the 1% rakes in 3503 an hour plus pennies see below. Has a credit score. Good heavens. I'm sorry, no matter how much honors or material wealth it gains, it won't fix a rotten personality deflating the grandma's car tires for a petty reason, making someone skip a funeral. I don't even know who this guy is, and I'm already looking down on him. Just an incredibly dedicated troll account. It has to be, because there's no way that a person like that could be. uh, oh boy. Let's see. Free speech leads to misinformation. The government controlling all information is good. Much mental gymnastics and lack of history books. Much what? The English is hard. Should we allow misinformation to run wild as it currently is? Really? We see the dangers of free speech on this platform, and it's actually terrifying. I don't know, instead of buying Twitter, maybe you could have fed the world, funded cancer cures and various diseases without destroying innocent creatures, housed the homeless, facilitate lives for refugees. You're an idiot. Really? That is what you... Okay. Wait a second. Vegan? Or sane. Alright. Let's go in this. Let's just break this down by food-wise. Talking about could have fed the world. We spend trillions on that every year. 44 billion is not even a drop in the bucket for what we blow on that. She can cram it. Funded cancer cures. He already does that. He already gives to a lot of those charities. Large amounts to them, too. If I remember correctly, he has a facility that he bought entire wings of hospitals for it. So, see, how's the homeless? I think I would have run my head into a wall until the pain goes away. Like Elon Musk of helping those who are struggling. No wonder people are turning against capitalism big time. See Bernie Sanders. Wow, you chose the two worst examples on the planet for your argument. Good job. So now you know what Elon Musk does with all his money, and you're telling me that he does not give money to charities? Think again. He's done more than you'll ever do, and then some. Kidding. Defending the greed of the wealthiest man on the planet, aren't you? Wow. Well, I don't know if you're just a troll or whatever, but wow. Mr. Fister. Okay. Having no ability to accumulate wealth yet believing you know the best way to allocate wealth. You broke to keep battling. That's no free PR. Oh, no problem, old man. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep stream going anyways. My throat's wore out, and this was a test. How's my audio anyways? Maybe I can do this a little bit more often. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. At least I got one person to watch me. Maybe one day I'll get more that will give me ideas to go with it. Trouble now. Brokaw said was greedy. Why are you so triggered? The only one who is triggered here is you. That. Oh, bye. Elon Musk is making my job at Twitter unsafe. Uh-oh. No, because it said free speech is... Elon Musk is biased as this person. Wow. Free speech is incredibly dangerous. And we've been working so hard at Twitter. I'm glad the audio is good. To save people from themselves until you showed up.
Elon.
Why does it... I gotta figure out how to... Alright, have a good one, man. I'll look over a few more of these. Okay. I like it. Okay. Oh, good lord. Someone's actually going over to break down of the numbers dropping. Do they have a translate function on this? You want to move Twitter HQ to UAE. You're the next big hub of dialogue and resources. Talk to our Minister of State Digital Economy and what work it? No. If rubber shim, I'd say no. Bugger off. For heaven's sakes. The UAE is one of the worst in free speech and free press there is outside of Saudi Arabia. Yeesh. Someone who used to be compared to Marvel's Iron Man is increasingly behaving to a movie supervillain commanding seemingly unlimited resources with which to finance his mischief making. Wow. Axios. Villainous now. Wow. I want to hate received by. Yeah. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even think Musk cares what these people are saying at all. And they will screech at the top of their lungs. I think he's just sitting back and enjoying the show. Tried to destroy a Tesla whistleblower. You know, there was a catch with this one that a lot of people did not pay attention to. Whenever they said that, he tried to destroy a Tesla whistleblower, that's because the person had violated the NDA. And there was other methods to get out of the NDA, which you could read through, possible to get around that. So he could put the information out there, but the whistleblower decided not to. Yeah, I remember watching that one. That was trying to destroy the whistleblower for violating an NDA, and still addressed the things that the whistleblower had stated. Yeah, good job. Not that anybody really remembers, because the year of the Koof Koof. Paradox of tolerance. My phosphor Karl Popper. We don't fear free speech at all. We fear hate speech, which is illegal by normalizing being normalized by a billionaire who doesn't have to worry about the societal, even global consequences. Wow, you are an idiot. And who decides what hate speech is? You know it when you see it, such here. Your country is committing egregious crimes against Ukraine right now, so it's no wonder why you can't identify hate speech. Who brought up Ukraine? This is about free speech. If you want to bring up Ukraine didn't prosecute the goose steppers from World War II. Also, still glorifies those same goose steppers to this day. These work very well could have been caused by them, the specialists. They've been committing them their own people. Yeah, no kidding. Unfortunately, I cannot click most of that. I suggest you look, if you want to see more on that, look up podcasts of Lotus Eaters. They have had some really good stuff on that. So dishonest. Maintaining a neutral public forum is vastly different than you already disclosed purpose of promoting right-wing political and cultural viewpoint. Can't serve two masters. Really? Let's see. Adam Burke, criminal defense attorney in Columbus, Ohio, with a hashtag resist. Oh, no. Okay. I would like to point out that you're saying that the person can't have, you're saying a neutral public forum, meaning anybody can post what they want. Meaning that you could, if you want to post from right or left or whatever, you could do that. That's the whole point. But you don't want to have both sides. You want to have one. You're saying you can't serve two masters. You're not serving two masters by saying anything goes, as long as you're not breaking the law. Hooray, you moron. What type of lawyer are you again? Just a criminal defense. Yeah. Probably have the same tenacity and skill as Binger. No, leave that alone. Can't rip that one to shit because it's not nice. And right. No one's persuaded isn't about some altruistic use of free speech. It's about. Let me tell you what it says. The people have to say it's a side effect. Do you understand? It's a side effect of it. And no, you could not have saved 42 million starving people instead, you moron. I'm sorry. $44 billion would not have done it. Oh boy, you bought a couple meals here and there. Yay. If that. Imagine if we could give $6.6 billion to save 42 million people on the brink of starvation, and your stock value goes up more than you gave. It is a win-win. You know, how about, no. How about you're the same idiots that like to throw away billions of dollars, say that you're feeding people, and you just let them sit out in the street and die. While you spent your time worrying about making sure everybody had their face diapers and was stabbed with the poke, because you got to do that. You shut down shelters. You shut down AA meetings. You shut down rehab facilities. So no. You You killed more by having them sit out in the street and die in winter. Oh, good Lord. I swear these people are just amongst the worst. I can't do this anymore. I'm not right now. My eyes are gonna bleed if I keep reading this stuff. Maybe I can see more. I can look at more amusing ones. Maybe I'll have some more tomorrow or something next time I stream, which I hope so. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to say that I've been going for almost an hour and 40 minutes. There was a few more things I could go over that maybe I should save for a different time, maybe save for a video or something. I hope everything showed up okay. I'm sorry about kind of dragging at the beginning, but first stream, still trying to figure this out. First stream on YouTube, at least. Excuse me. But I thank anybody who watched. Especially thank Foodie for showing up, because he's a friend of mine. And, well, he's a moderator on Twitch, so kind of nice to have him here. But I think everybody who took the time to at least look at this. Suggestions would be helpful on types of things to look into to make it more entertaining. Although more banter back and forth would be nice for people anyways in the stream. Maybe one day I'll get that. That way I can talk back and forth and go over that. But anyways, I hope you'll have a pleasant evening, day, or whatever it is for you. And I will try to do something like this again soon.